Well, hey, everybody, and welcome to the Daily Bible Podcast presented by Saint Church. My name's Caleb, and our hope is to help you study the Word of God every single day. Every day, we're taking time to upload episodes on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube, where we read a chapter of the Bible, we look at the context it was written in, and we see what it has to say for us today. And so today, we're going to continue doing that by reading out of Exodus chapter 24, and we're just going to see how the Lord continues to confirm his covenant with the people of Israel as they have left Egypt, are no longer slaves, and now are walking into a new season of being free. And so with that being said, though, before we dive on in, if you're on YouTube and you enjoy this, take a moment to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video. If you are over on Spotify or Apple, take some time to follow and consider leaving a rating and a review. But with that being said, let's just dive right on in to Exodus chapter 24. Let's see what the Word of God has to say today. It says this: Then the Lord said to Moses, "Come up to the Lord, you and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel. You are to worship at a distance, but Moses alone is to approach the Lord. The others must not come near, and the people may not come up with him." When Moses went and told the people all the Lord's words and laws, they responded with one voice, "Everything the Lord has said, we will do." Moses then wrote down everything the Lord had said. He got up early the next morning and built an altar at the foot of the mountain and set up 12 stone pillars representing the 12 tribes of Israel. Then he sent young Israelite men, and they offered burnt offerings and sacrificed young bulls as fellowship offerings to the Lord. Moses took half of the blood and put it in bowls, and the other half he splashed against the altar. Then he took the book of the covenant and read it to the people. They responded, "We will do everything the Lord has said. We will obey." Moses then took the blood, sprinkled it on the people, and said, "This is the blood of the covenant that the Lord has made with you in accordance with all these words." Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and the 70 elders of Israel went up and saw the God of Israel. Under his feet was something like a pavement made of lapis lazuli, as bright blue as the sky. But God did not raise his hand against these leaders of the Israelites. They saw God, and they ate and drank. The Lord said to Moses, "Come up to me on the mountain and stay here, and I will give you the tablets of stone with the law and commandments I have written for their instruction." Then Moses set out with Joshua his aide. And Moses went up on the mountain of God. He said to the elders, "Wait here for us until we come back to you. Aaron and Hur are with you, and everyone involved in a dispute can go to them." When Moses went up on the mountain, the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord settled on Mount Sinai. For 6 days the cloud covered the mountain, and on the 7th day the Lord called to Moses from within the cloud. To the Israelites, the glory of the Lord looked like a consuming fire on top of the mountain. Then Moses entered the cloud as he went on up the mountain, as he stayed on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. And that is the close of Exodus chapter 24. A pretty incredible chapter by all accounts. We see in this moment that the Lord is looking to confirm his covenant with the people of Israel. We see that the people of Israel, they start out by saying, "Hey, we will do all that the Lord has asked." So now God is no longer just God or the Lord or the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but now he is the God of Israel, that Israel has looked and they have said, as a people, we will serve the Lord who has set us free. We will serve the God who has gone ahead of us. And so in this moment, they take time to worship, they take time to give honor. We do see in this moment, it's just good to point out, we see Joshua come up again. Joshua, who helped lead the people of Israel in battle previously in this book when they were being overrun by some other people of the land. And later on, we will see that Joshua actually takes on the mantle of leadership from Moses and ends up having an entire book that is titled Joshua as he is leading the people of Israel into the land more and more and more. Now, in this chapter, though, we are seeing this incredible moment where the Lord appears to Moses. He ends up appearing before the people. He appears before the elders. And at this time now, Moses is stepping into a particular moment. Him and Joshua, they continue up the mountain. They get there, presumably. They stay there together. But then once the Lord calls out to Moses, Moses then takes his time to continue up the mountain to be able to go into the presence of the Lord and hear all the things that God has. Now, one thing that's interesting to note is that for Moses, he sees the Lord as a cloud. Now, what does that mean? It's something he can walk into. Yet the people of Israel, when they looked at the mountain, they saw a consuming fire. It's interesting here because one, it's how God's choosing to present himself to the people, but also in some ways, how we perceive the Lord is such an interesting thing. You see, Moses, he had already seen the Lord as a consuming fire, but as one that burnt on a bush, as we saw before he went back to Egypt, yet the bush did not burn. That this all-consuming fire was able to surround something, yet it did not destroy it. And so now for Moses, he looks and he sees the Lord and he sees him as a cloud. He goes and he walks into the Lord's presence, not afraid, not in fear, but rather invited to, so he does. Yet for the people of Israel, it does show what's their relationship with the Lord right now. They see the fire. They see something that is consuming. They see something in some ways that causes concern possibly, right? And we're going to actually see a little bit of that later on. It matters what our perspective of God is. And so today, what are we seeing? Really, we're just seeing that God, he's continuing to confirm his covenant with the people of Israel. Yet also we are seeing, I think, a glimpse of how our perspective of the Lord does matter. And I'm not trying to read into this anything, but it is something that matters for us today, that we would look and we would have true relationship with the Lord. Why could Moses go into the Lord's presence? Because he had true relationship. The people of Israel and even the elders and Aaron and different people, they were building that, and we're going to see the fruit of their relationship in a little bit. Yet they looked and they did not see a God who was approachable. They saw a fire that was going to consume them. For you and I, we must realize that God, as he calls out to us, he is not calling us to destruction. He is actually calling us to relationship. He is calling us to be built up. He is calling us to be, yes, consumed by him, but with the best things in store. And so, friends, today, that's what I got for you. If you have any questions, please comment them down below, whether you're on Spotify or you're on YouTube. And if you guys are checking this out on YouTube and you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe and leave a like, follow and leave a rating if you're on Apple or Spotify. But with that being said, you guys, that's all I got for today. So thanks for checking this out. I hope to see you tomorrow. We're taking time to study the Word of God every single day.